2, 1, go!
Yes.
Essentially, it's a Hearts game now.
Potentially.
Okay, and welcome to a new episode of the Drunken Guardian Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, the Drunken Guardian, and we got the trio of sexy bitches here today, as usual.
Sexy bitch.
Daniel, and Sober Daniel.
Hell yeah.
There's Boneless Bones, Kevin.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Boneless Bones.
There's Randy, the Ragnarok.
Hello.
Hello. It's Nice Wave. And
Yeah.
then the Sober Guardian, Danny.
Hey.
And
How you
the
doing?
Fonz, apparently, too.
Yeah,
Hey.
So we're not going to go over anything for what we've been gaming lately. Oh, by the way, this is episode 56.
Skipping everything now.
Yeah.
456.
So we got a lot of gaming talk to talk about, a lot of video game reveals, lots of trailers that was released during Gamescom. Real quick, if anybody wants to say, I am drinking an old fashioned, just something quick, none of my cocktails. Anybody drink anything today?
White Claw Mango.
Ew.
That one's disgusting. That one's actually
Oh,
really
mango.
gross.
That's actually my favorite, so it's kind of funny.
I don't.
That tangerine I don't like.
I would rather drink the black cherry one, but even then, that's like, whew, it's rough.
Funny.
Randy, you got something?
Yeah, just vodka, orange juice, and cranberry.
Orange juice and cranberry. That doesn't look like orange juice and cranberry. What the hell is that?
Yeah,
It
it's more
does.
orange. No, it's more orange juice and like with the light splash of cranberry.
Yeah,
You
light
like you took a
splash.
shit in there.
Yeah.
Because it's like, first off, also it's like kind of frosty. But no, it's like up to here with vodka, and then you fill the rest of it to with orange juice, and then just put a little bit of cranberry.
Splash of cran. And then Kevin, he's still on his way on the show. He's on the elevator right now, so he'll be here in a moment.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. You know they don't allow drinks in the elevator. I'm trying.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Did I mention that the elevator was out of service though?
You did it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You drinking anything?
The fire button.
Huh?
Press the
You
fire
drinking anything?
Nah, I'm just gonna come back here. So I'm going to the beach. I'm drinking my usual cranberry.
What fucking Willy Wonka elevator just took you to the beach?
I like the Willy Wonka elevator.
The fire department came and now I'm here. I'm drinking cranberry seltzer water and New Amsterdam watermelon.
New Amsterdam. That's gin, right?
No.
Look at it. No.
New Amsterdam?
Vodka.
No, I think I'm just thinking Amsterdam.
Mhm.
Okay. Anyways. Yeah, so we got a lot of freaking games to talk about. Gamescom. They aired a bit today. They aired a bit yesterday, and the day before that.
Today was indies, right?
It's mostly indie stuff. I mean, there were some big name titles and some publishers and stuff, but there was a. That's why.
I mean, but today was like big on. It was big on the indie stuff today.
Yeah. Like, if you look at YouTube, if you follow any like video game news sites or anything like that, like you're just probably flooded with freaking trailers and shit like that, because there's so many like indie stuff being made, and I know some of it is just fucking vaporware, some stuff that you're probably never going to hear again, but I really wanted to talk about the stuff that really stood out the most. But number one was something not talked about in Gamescom, but is being talked about lately. I wanted to get you guys about it because it was either Kevin or Randy who mentioned it on our Instagram talks. Aliens Fireteam Elite. Have you guys seen any more gameplay footage of it or streams or anything like that? Like, what are your thoughts on that game? You think it still might get it?
Yeah, I was thinking. I'll get it. I'm only gonna get that game if I'm playing with friends. Well, I'll get that game if I'm playing with friends. The game looks weird to me, but it looks like weird fun. You know what I mean?
It does.
But-
It looks like it's like constant action, a lot of shooting. Like it's a third person shooter. Is it like a looter shooter? I don't really know.
Mm.
It's because I saw them like picking
Yeah,
up like
it's
they're
like
opening up chests and stuff like that.
it's a looter shooter. It's big levels. There's not like 12 levels or something like that altogether,
Yeah.
and this includes some on the side or whatever. But they're long, and they said that the only negative aspect to that is that it's not random. It's the same monsters basically come out at the same time, the same areas. So once
Oh,
you
it's all
figure it out,
scripted.
then yeah.
Okay.
So once you figure it out, then you know it. It's like Outriders. Very same shit. So
Mhm,
all come out at the same time. It's not random. So it's the same way.
So I guess if they do like a hard mode or extreme mode or whatever, it's just they're
Yeah.
just become bullet sponges.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's fun.
Yeah, that kind of puts me off on that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the only reason I don't really want to play it, because it doesn't have like, from what I see, it doesn't really have the best story. They're not really concentrating on the story. They're
I mean, it's
concentrating on the
aliens, yeah.
gameplay. Because aliens, but I don't know. I think you have some story, at least some connection to what the franchise has been.
Yeah. Randy, what about you?
I mean, if you guys play it, I'll play it. It just hearing the whole like third-person shooter thing reminds me a bit of Alien Swarm, like a game that's on Steam.
Alien Storm.
Swarm.
Oh, Swarm. I'm like,
Yeah.
Alien Storm was like an old ass SNES game, but go on.
So I don't know about that one, but yeah, no, that one was more like a kind of like bird's eye, like kind of isometric, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting. I mean, fuck it. If you guys want, I'll play it.
Yeah, that
I'm not.
I
I'm
think it
personally, I'm
depends
not
on
like too
most of
into
you
the
guys.
Alien as a series.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not too big on it
I
either.
like the Alien Isolation. You didn't like that game?
No, yeah. Like
I haven't played it.
an odd good
Yeah,
game here and there, by all means, that's fine. But like overall, to be like, what Alien? No.
Yeah.
No,
It's just
Yeah.
it's another game that's coming out. Whatever. I couldn't care less.
Mm.
with all the games that are coming out, that would be on like the bottom of my list type of thing.
Apparently, everything's coming out in February because they flooded
That's
the
what they
whole
keep
month
saying.
for
Well,
the games.
it's gonna be
Okay.
in
Wow.
October too. It's October, November, and then fucking February. They're trying to beat the Christmas season, and then those are being delayed to February. So all those games come out in April. That's what ends up happening. That's what always happens. They push February, and end up getting April.
I
Like April,
remember
March.
me and Danny growing up, like you see, like the '90s, early 2000s. Games never came out in a winter. Like December through February or even March. That was like the dry season, and now all of a
No.
sudden it's the opposite. Like those are busy seasons now, aside from like October, November. I don't know why, but
I don't. For some reason, I don't remember like even really looking forward to any games, because there's a lot less information back then that we had. It wasn't like
yeah.
the internet they have now. So you kind of
You
just
had
gotta.
a name and like a couple screenshots in a magazine. That was it.
Or you go to Blockbuster. First, you go to Blockbuster. Oh, they have this game. Look at this. It's fun. Let's try it.
You play it and you're like, oh shit, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we played it all. So
We played it
you
all.
know,
Okay,
good or
so
bad. Say fuck it. I haven't done it.
have you guys, another thing that's not for Gamescom but is a game that's been making the rounds on the internet as well for the gameplay footage is Black Myth Wukong, that Chinese mythology, hack and slash action type game. Fucking awesome looking game.
Yeah.
Randy's
It's
shaking
coming
his
out in
head.
2023. When they first had put some shit out for it, it was like sometime during quarantine. And I remember watching the video and I was like, wow, this looks really pretty. And then like you see all the shit that you could do with it. And then that final fucking werewolf boss. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Dude, it looks like it's gonna have some pretty solid combat and everything looks like it responds well. Hopefully, for like the time that we gotta wait for it, it's worth it. That one I'm really looking forward to. Honestly.
Yeah.
I think that I feel like I first saw that around the time that Ghost of Tsushima came out. Everybody kept comparing it to that. Oh,
I don't
another
know
game.
why or
coming out.
how.
Because it's that mythical Japanese, feudal Japan or whatever you call it, type
Oh,
world.
it's Chinese.
is
The whole
China.
aesthetic is
So
Chinese.
same fucking Asian ones. They say the same.
You know
So-
that's not the same.
No, but it
Sir?
still has that same feel though of especially the combat and everything, the way it kind of was. I mean, granted, it's way more exaggerated, of course. It's way more action based, but
Versus
that's when I remember
Supernatural.
first seeing it. Yeah, well, so is Ghost of Tsushima at the end of the day, it's fucking supernatural.
What?
Yeah, people can't fly and fucking jump on fucking buildings like that. That's not real. You know this, right?
No,
You,
I
you
did
know
it
they can't jump
yesterday.
that high.
How do you think he gets to work? Come on.
Fucking guy hides in a bush right next to the guy and nobody sees him. Like, come on.
There's a difference between real logic and video game
I know what
logic,
you-
but
I know what you mean.
you
I know what
know
you mean.
damn well that Ghost of Tsushima is very well grounded in reality.
I don't know about that. I don't
Hey,
see
that-
that. I really don't see that as reality. I see that as sci-fi. Like when a lot of those karate movies, even though I love them, I don't see them as a karate movie. I see it as a sci-fi movie that does kung fu. I've always have. You know, Jackie Chan movie, Bruce Lee is like maybe the closest ones because those are always more storyline driven. You know, like Enter the Dragon and uh, fuck, I can't think of one right now. But you know, those are still to me a little more.
Yeah.
But a lot of those crazy fucking Japanese kung fu movies are all fucking crazy and you know, damn near supernatural. So I've always, you know, that's kind of in my mind. That's how I picture them. And Ghost of Tsushima is kind of no different. You know,
Kevin, what do you
fucking
thought of that?
Zatoichi is not real. Like, you can get this fucking blind swords on.
Zatoichi, yeah. Black Myth, what do you think about it? Kevin? Oh, okay. He's just enjoying the
Oh.
sights.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the sights, man. I'm sorry, I'm too busy traveling the world. Apparently, I was in an elevator. Now I'm on a lovely beach. Believe it or not, that's one that I didn't see. I'll probably have to look that one up. But
Okay.
if it's like the what is it, Rogue Hunter online, the fighting the martial arts battle royale
Probably
might be
not.
cool. Probably not. But I
Probably
mean
not
like the
thinking that.
combat the combat structure. I mean,
Yeah.
like everything that's always like if it has good combat, it'll do well. But I'll like to see it. I'll have to actually look it up now.
Yeah, look
Speaking
it
of
up.
like
Glad you
kung
haven't.
fu, did you
It's
guys
really,
see
really
that
good.
that Sifu?
Sifu looked really good.
The first
the
time I
movie-
saw it was the few whatever the last thing, but I only saw a cinema trailer, and that's all they had. Now they show gameplay,
You
and
know-
the gameplay and the cinema trailer was like hand in hand, which I didn't know.
You know, it's strange with Sifu, because I was reading chats and I'll look at the trailer and I'll read the comments and stuff like that, and people were like going crazy over this whole age thing mechanic,
Mhm.
and I'm just like people are
They
acting
did
like
that,
it's
yeah.
new, and I'm just like, me and both know that they've done this before in that Chronos game that I played.
Yeah, that was the first one I
So
saw. that did
there's a
that,
game
but
called Chronos Before the Ashes, which is a prequel to the Remnant.
just, yeah, take a shot.
They had that and they had that mechanic where every time you die you age a couple years, so you will lose some stats, but you'll also gain certain stats as well depending on your age and stuff, and it fluctuates.
yeah, I feel like this is gonna work exactly the same.
Yeah,
I
that's
can
what I'm
see
thinking.
him losing speed but getting older and getting more agile or whatever in the beginning
Mhm.
because he's learning more. He's learning more moves because he's gained more knowledge,
Oh shit.
and so that looks super badass.
Yeah,
Can't wait for that one.
definitely more action packed than Chronos, because Chronos
Yeah, it
is
kinda
like a
reminds
very
me of,
basic hack and slash.
I like the
Ah,
art style.
what was that game for Dreamcast? That game that they just
Shenmue?
finally remind me of that.
Shenmue.
Reminds me of Shenmue. It
Yeah.
really does because Shenmue had that
Oh, shit.
feel of you actually going into an alley with somebody and fucking doing all the cool moves and stuff, you know?
Well, the combat in the first one, yeah, but have you seen Shenmue 3?
No, I didn't touch that. I heard it was
Shenmue
really
3 is
bad.
fucking dog water.
Yeah, that's why I didn't.
No,
That don't
it's
exist.
like-
That's why I just said the Dreamcast one.
Yeah,
You realize it?
Dude,
I heard they butchered it. I heard they really
it's
fucking destroyed it.
terrible. It's
And
really
people were
fucking
waiting
bad.
because they left it on a huge 1 and 2 were both on the cliffhangers. So
hmm
people were expecting it. Oh, I can't wait to finally have the story. It was a
He's
decent
gonna
like
catch
Yakuza
up to
type story.
Lon D, and he didn't.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it was. And then I heard this is the worst fucking game ever.
I'll tell you this. To be quite honest, Duke Nukem Forever was way more worth the wait than Shenmue 3 was, and that's a pretty like heavy statement.
I heard people fucking bomb that
Kevin
game. Not even like, give it
No,
a chance.
dude. Just here's,
Where
like,
am I?
okay. So I'm gonna send you a video after this. Just like it's a quick playthrough of it, and
what?
a
Shenmue.
video, like a quick playthrough
Okay.
of Shenmue 3. It's they keep on doing like jump cuts and shit like that, but they basically condense everything that's in the game, and you'd be surprised with how limited everything is. You'll see it and you're like, wow, surely there's more. No, there is no more than what they show there.
Mm. Wow.
So
fucking
because
bad.
I didn't play, I played it on the Xbox port of it. I think because I think it was on Dreamcast originally, and then they did
Mhm.
Xbox port,
Mhm.
and I had played that for free. So I had my Xbox hacked, or whatever.
Yeah, I was
Get yourself,
modded.
get 'em.
Oh, those are the
Modded.
days.
I miss those days.
Yeah.
A lot less expensive then.
Let's go to another game right now for Gamescom. Now we're gonna really start with the Gamescom stuff. First one that Danny pointed out to me because I missed out the first half of the second Gamescom announcements. So Danny sent me Marvel's Midnight Suns. That looks really good. So this game is made by Firaxis, and that's the company that does like the XCOM game. So this is a tactical Marvel superheroes game. RPG. So I'm really intrigued by this, especially with like the whole like supernatural aesthetics, because like in the comics, Marvel Sons SONS is like kind of like DC Dark. Like it's a bunch of oh yeah, see? So Randy disappears on there now. That's awesome. Cool.
What?
When you turn off the camera.
I didn't turn the camera off.
Oh, it disappeared for a minute.
I didn't
I
see.
see.
Did that.
That was weird.
What
So
the fuck happened?
but that was the whole point. That's why I was messing with the website. So now you could only see yourself disappear and it doesn't affect the rest of us.
So someone's not cut in half.
Yeah,
Bravo.
yeah, exactly. So so I was saying with the comics is so it's a bunch of
Whatever.
supernatural characters, Doctor
Alexa,
Strange, Ghost
temperature
Rider.
to 71.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, go. I'm sorry.
Oops.
So what was I gonna say? So this is kind of like a spin on that. So this is Midnight Suns SUNS, and it's got characters that's not part of the Midnight Suns, but nonetheless it's still Marvel characters like Wolverine.
Mm.
Looks cool. I like the CGI trailer for it. What do you guys think?
I saw an interview with the director or whatever you call it, and he talked about how they wanted to implement a lot of the aspect of living the life of these like a day in the life of these superheroes while they're not fighting, and that's supposed to be part of it. While you're
Yeah,
waiting,
the
while you're whatever.
interactions.
Yeah, the interaction between where they live, where they're staying, because they are like this weird, crazy team,
Mhm.
and
man.
they are trying to focus on more characters, a few characters, probably because they didn't get the rights. That's what I think, or they were able to get the rights on some cheaper characters. But like uh, one of the main girls is
Oh,
from
bleed.
Mhm.
from the was the Underground X-Men. I got that name, but she's like the main girl from that. Right here, whatever. Anyway, that the Ghost Rider they're using, it's like the new age
It's not
fucking.
Johnny Cage. I'm Johnny Cage.
No, it's like
Wow.
Bobby Drake or some shit.
I said Johnny Cage, right?
Nicolas
Nicholas
Cage.
Cage.
Just give us a Nick Cage.
Johnny
skin for him.
Blaze. That's what I
Johnny
meant to
Blaze,
say.
yeah. I like Bobby Drake or some shit. I got the fucking name. Some kid. That's why he has his fucking weird mascot.
It's the new Ghost Rider from the comics
Yeah,
now.
yeah. It's a new Ghost
Yeah.
Rider. And then one of the biggest things where it's just supposed to be like to get you interacting in the game is that character they show in the trailer that comes up from the office is supposed to be like the daughter. That's who you play as. That's who you are, and you're able to customize that character. So that's how they're like making their spin on it, which I don't really know. I kind of like. I wish they would focus on one of the actual X-Men characters, and so they could do a full story, and instead of this mishmash of what they're going to be doing stories on. So to me, that's kind of like what they did.
The way I see it with any game, period, like and even games like that, they could release DLCs easily so they can focus on specific characters
and they will.
and expand the stories. Yeah.
But still, the main character at the end of the day is going to be that girl.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
The thing is,
So
that's fine because if it's going to be anything like XCOM or Civ that they're working on or that they have worked on, you're definitely going to be able to pick who you want on your team and who you don't.
Mm-hmm.
So like that
Yeah.
Wolverine that they had, first off, having that
Looked
like
really
old ass
cool.
costume and then the fucking remake of the costume,
Yeah.
gorgeous. I'm looking. At first, I was kind of like, because I'm like, oh, another fucking Marvel game. But then actually seeing who was behind it, because I love Civilization, XCOM, but Civ, amazing.
Yeah.
This looks way better than what the fuck Avengers was. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be dumb. All the characters that are there look pretty fucking interesting, and I don't know. It just seems like it's gonna be more fun for me because what is it? Ultimate Alliance was really good, 1 and 2, especially
Okay,
2.
I was about
I'm
to
not
say.
gonna no, not 3. We're not talking about 3.
One and
That's
two
what
are
I had to
good.
be like,
Especially
wait a
I
minute,
like
wait a
My
we went
minute.
eyes,
into it both,
my eyes open. I got scared.
and
Yeah,
it had Ghost Rider in it too. Part 2 had
yeah.
Ghost Rider in
But
it.
it's like we need a proper Marvel RPG
Yeah,
now
Oh,
yeah.
because
yeah.
Avengers just it fucking didn't do it, not at all.
It never did. I gave it about a month total, and of course I beat the story mode, and it's just nope. It pulled too. It didn't have his own identity. This was like the same complaint that I had with Biomutant. Like it didn't have his own identity. It was just a mishmash of a lot of elements from other games, which is okay. You know, a lot of games do that, but like it just didn't all click together.
It
Mhm.
had.
I
It
have
had.
different perspective on it, but I don't want to get into it now.
Mm.
I like the Marvel game. It's fun. I like playing as Iron Man. When you play as Iron Man flying around, or even Thor, you play as Thor fucking shooting lightning, flying around, beating the fuck out of people with the hammer. You feel like you're Thor. You feel like you're Iron Man. You feel like you're Hulk. It
No,
don't feel like
you
I'm.
feel like you're Hulk in Hulk Ultimate Destruction.
You know, every time we bring up this topic, you always seem this is like your defense, Danny, about it, and I will 100% agree with you on that. Like each superhero feels amazing when you play with them, but just
Yeah.
the game mechanics in general and everything that's put together in general and the whole grind and all that stuff and the poor attempt of microtransactions on top of that, it
The
doesn't make a good
microtransactions,
game.
the microtransactions is what kill it. The parts that ruin the game is the fact that it's the microtransactions. It's the fact that they give you armor, but you can't see any of it. So it's like, what the point of doing it?
Hmm.
They
What the hell?
give you all these costumes, but you have to pay for them. Uh, they don't. They give you more DLCs, but half of it's hidden behind repetition of the same shit.
Hmm.
And if they would just got away from trying to make money, I think, and tried to focus on the game, they would have made more money doing it. So, because they could have done these skins as glamour later on if they wanted to, and just focus on you getting pieces to build your suit, to build your what you want, because people like doing that. Final Fantasy is a great example. People love getting fucking different types of pieces to mix and
I
match and
fucking bought
create their fucking
30,
character.
spent the $30 mount for me.
Exactly. So
The
it's,
$30
It's like
amount.
it's
just,
nostalgia to it too. Because
yeah,
if you're gonna have like everything behind a paywall, that's kind of fucked up. Just
yes, exactly.
have the iconic things. Yes, Marvel in of itself is super iconic, but just like have this suit for Captain America from issue whatever the fuck
Yeah,
or whatever the case. Like like
Hmm.
things that are actually staples, not just whatever the fuck. Because what is it? Cloud's bike, dude. Who the fuck wouldn't want that?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they and
And
they
I
they
was
give
geeking
you
out
this
when I bought the bike because I didn't know this, but I as soon as I put on the bike, it does the fucking motorcycle
the
theme
music.
song.
Yeah,
That song when you're like driving on the bridge off of driving away from Midgar, the little
yeah.
sword swiping mini game, if anybody remembers it. Like it plays that when
They
you
never
jump
played
on. I
it,
was
so.
like, oh man.
But that's the thing is, and like if you
Tell
took
it to the
all that
buddies.
to the side, if you took all that to the side, those microtransaction stuff, and you go, okay, this is what this is. Again, I still have so much fun playing as each one of those characters, especially when you level them up.
Yeah.
In the very beginning, they're very dull. They just punch, kick, fine. But once you get them much higher level, and you're shooting missiles and able to lock on and hit multiple people and do the laser and fucking like you, same thing for the Hulk. When you smash and you leave a gamma radiation around you, and you're fucking just able to like be a tank, because it is a game at the end of the day. It's like an MMO. You still can. They have the tank role. They have the healer. They have the range. They do have that, and you need that. You need that in the group.
Yeah.
Some people work better, when you play.
I love
And
that your whole thing right now. It's like it gets better the more you play, and that's literally what I'm
but it
talking about
is.
Borderlands with you.
Yeah, but
Oh,
the bad part about it is it gets better to a point. It goes, okay, I can see the potential, but then they fucking it flatlines big time
okay.
because they
What
never do
World
anything else
or
with
I'm
it.
I'm I'm
Avengers?
gonna I'm gonna cut
Of
it off right
Avengers.
here. I'm gonna cut off because I feel like we're gonna go on
That's
another
that's why I get
tangent
pissed.
with
That's why I get really
Borderlands with
No,
pissed
no,
off
no, no.
about it.
Because the thing is that it's like I could understand your point on like the more that you play, the more you unlock, the more your character develops, and it's totally fine. But my biggest issue with Avengers entirely is the writing. The writing and the
Yeah.
voice acting. That fucking
Yeah.
kills me. Because it's like I have to be in it for the good writing. The character has to actually absorb me. You kind of get where I'm going with that. But
I do it. I do at the same
yeah.
time, but
Because
there's
what is
some
it? Like,
some games like fuck. I'm gonna go to Final Fantasy 14 again. Danny's not playing the storyline at all. It has great. People love the story. He has
yeah,
not
no,
played the
I
storyline,
skipped every
but he
cutscene.
loves. But he loves the game because the game is fun. If
yeah,
the game can
for
hold you up,
14,
then it
the
should.
game is great, and so is the story. I'm not one for the story, but I know that it's really good. Like I'll
Yeah.
watch lore behind it for like other channels or
Me
whatever.
too. Yeah, I've
But
done the
like,
same thing. But the game at the end of the day has to be really great. Must be fun, and especially a game like this that's considered this more multiplayer type game that you're supposed to keep playing and keep playing and keep playing. Like I hate the story for Destiny. I really do. I mean, to me, I hate it. Danny fucking loves it because he
Oh,
jerks
yeah.
off to it, but I fucking can't give two shits about it. So when I play it because I like the game itself and I like having
Mhm.
fun and then find out the different things that they do
I like
and
having
throw
fun
at you and
too. I just
change.
don't like having Kamala Khan talk.
Fun is overrated.
That's true.
She,
All right.
you know what's funny?
We're gonna stop.
She's
We're
not
gonna
really
stop.
in the game after that. After her story arc, she's not really in it, and I
Oh.
think it's because people complained.
We're gonna go on. We're gonna go on
I
to the
wonder
next
why.
game.
Uh,
Next game for Gamescom that was
I didn't-
announced.
I didn't even give my opinion.
I know. We gotta move on. We gotta move on.
oh, you
though.
don't get one,
Kevin,
bitch.
So we're
yes or
gonna
no?
move on.
Are you excited?
Oh, we're gonna
No.
move on. Saints
Fine.
Row the Reboot. That's the next one that they announced. Saints Row the
Mid.
Reboot. So they just showed a CGI trailer, which was pretty much a bunch of action and a bunch of outrageous, crazy shit that happened. So the game seems like it's a bit more grounded, but still supposed to be focusing on like comedy and like the outrageousness and the action of the game instead of like I would
It's
say like
not
the
as
unrealistic.
yeah, but it's not as outrageous as the last
Definitely not.
two.
Definitely
no.
not.
Because the last two was like throwing dildo rockets and shit like that. Like
Yeah.
it got completely
Ridiculous.
like in the beginning of the game, like they had a taunt where you can teabag someone.
Now-
Like it was super
Now,
outrageous.
since we missed out on Kevin, you want to talk about this first?
Nah, actually, my opinion on it is very limited. The game is mid, like
Right.
mid as fuck. I don't care. Like the thing is, because they showed gameplay
Is it like
afterwards.
it's an open world game, or you never
Yeah,
liked the franchise at all? Or
No, I love Saints Row. The reboot to me kind of just feels like unneeded because like when they showed the gameplay, it was at that moment that I realized I was like, oh, they're just trying to be like, this is literally not even Saints Row. It's like a try to be comedic like Grand Theft Auto. Like, and it's like
That's what Saints Row was.
no.
We're
But I
saying
mean,
those is.
no, but Saints Row is I understand that it's like super over the top and everything, but when they were explaining the game, I was like, this is the same shit you were feeding us like 4 games ago. They were like, oh, you're gonna build your team from the ground up and da 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 and all this stuff, and I was like, but we did that in like 4 games.
Okay.
But-
Mhm.
Can
go
I,
first.
can I
Randy.
go with this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
I get what you're saying. Saints Row the fourth one, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
I hated it because it like
Of
totally
course.
deviated from what it was. The
Of course.
third was the last time they were amazing, honestly, because it's like
Yeah.
it was more over the top, but you were at
Basic
your height of
stretch.
what you were.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the first one was a lot more serious out of the entire series.
Mhm.
2, it became a bit more funny, but it was like still just like a whole gang thing and whatever the fuck.
Uh-huh.
That's where you get most of your fucking characters from. I feel like they're trying to go back to that with a hint of 3 because 4, for what I
Mhm.
feel, I'm pretty sure it bombed. I know that like people like the Saints Row Dick Riders like definitely fucking went for it, but
That Out
I-
of Hell was dog shit. It was dog
dude,
shit.
I only played 2 hours of the 4th one, and I was like, I can't do this. This is really stupid because it's not what Saints Row was. The
Mhm.
3rd one, I played from the beginning to the fucking end, and even
yeah, of
after I
course.
finished it, I went back to like try to get more shit. I'm actually kind of hopeful for this. I do like the series, but
Ah,
when it's rooted in what the fuck it started off as, because yeah, sure, it's like it started off as GTA clone,
Mhm.
but with the comedy and what they wanted to do with the gang shit, that's like
Yeah.
when it kind of went off on its own.
that's
So
what
as long as like,
That's when
yeah.
it gained its own identity as
yeah,
well.
that's when
Yeah.
it got its own
Yeah.
identity.
Because
the
as long as
commu-
it's like 2 with a pinch of 3, give me that. Just
Yeah.
fucking give me that.
Like don't make it a pretty fucking 4 and then we got to deal with that bullshit
With
as game.
superpowers and whatever.
Yeah,
Nah.
with super like I love the goofiness of it, and that's what I love so much about Saints Row. That's why I was like,
That's why
it's
just play the 3rd and that's it.
yeah, like that's what I was saying. Like it's a funny Grand Theft Auto, which I love. But then when they got to like over outrageous, like to the point that it doesn't even make sense, I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I dropped it.
Do the outrageous and superhero stuff for like DLCs like they did with Blood Dragon.
Yeah, or something, bro.
Yeah.
Like fighting Riley Piper, like what the fuck is that? And that's DLC. Like, why?
Yep. Yeah. Danny, final thoughts on that one?
Because it's just a game of a cinema trailer. To me, I have to see how the game comes out and how
Yeah.
serious they take it.
Yeah,
like
true.
everybody's saying. So, it depends on what area. If they just make another fucking Grand Theft Auto clone, I'm out because I'd rather just wait for the new Grand Theft Auto game when that comes because I'm just tired of these big open world fucking games that are all kind of the same.
Yeah, like
You know,
Watch
at the end of the
Dogs.
day, yeah,
Watch Dogs is like Cyberpunk GTA.
yeah. At the end of the day,
Cyberpunk
it's
was just fucking GTA. First person.
Cyberpunk was even GTA. It was just first person. Had a cool world, and that's what I liked about it is the world and what crazy weapons you possibility. Speaking of Cyberpunk, did you guys know there was a 50 gig update that came out yesterday?
That's
Hey,
half
nobody-
the game.
Nobody cares about a dead game.
50 gigs. I'm actually thinking about trying it. 50 gigs for fucking updates.
Let us know how it goes.
I don't know. They say they fixed a lot of shit, but except the AI is still stupid. So not much you can do
fun.
about that. I can't make
All right.
stupid.
So, all
But
right.
the but the Saints Row, I just think wait till the game.
Yeah,
I see
that's
actual gameplay, and if they do another clone, then I don't care.
that's fair enough.
But if they
that's fair
give
enough.
something unique, more because they made it seem in that like it was like a heist almost.
Mhm.
So if they do more of like that of trying to figure out this, put a mesh of a different take on these missions, then I would like it. That would be fun. But if it's another, just go here, wrap this car, bring it back, go shoot this guy, come back. Fuck that. I'm done.
Can I just say something real quick before we go to the next topic?
Mhm.
Can I tell you that they showed the gameplay and it was like a minute and 30 seconds? I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? A montage? What is this? They were in a car, they were shooting. It looked like GTA, and that's why I was like confused. I was like, is this Saints Row or is this GTA? I don't know what's going on. And then that was it. That was the trailer. And I was like, what the fuck did I watch? All right, whatever. Saints Row.
Yeah. All right. So the next one they revealed, which seemed a little bit interesting, kind of generic looking to me, but I loved how beautiful it looked. So hopefully it offers more than what it looked like. But it was the Gunk. The Gunk was like, it seems like it's like a kind of like old school platformer, I guess, except like the dude has like a vacuum or something to vacuum up this like nasty gunk stuff that's like inhabiting the planet. So he's trying to clean up the planet or something. It looked really, really nice. It looked beautiful. I don't know how impressive like the gameplay looked though. Would you, Kevin? You're laughing.
Nah, because when you were saying the gunk, the only line that I remember from the whole trailer was, "After the gunk is gone, this planet's gonna look beautiful." I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It looked all right. I don't know. And like for me, when I was watching it, for some reason, I was getting like Blinks vibes while looking at the
Yeah.
character immediately, and I was like, "Oh, this looks cool." I hope like you can rewind time and fast forward time and all that shit. But that was just me wishfully thinking. But I'll try it. It looks
Mhm.
looks a little bit too like dark for me, but that was probably that one area. It looks good. I'll try it out.
Oh, this is the vacuum cleaner game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
with the gunk.
Yeah.
Randy.
It looks like a PS2 game, and
Yeah.
that's kind of the only reason I'm like really on
What do you
board
mean
with it.
graphically?
No, not graphically. I
You
mean, like the way
mechanically?
that mechanically,
Yeah.
the way that the character moves, especially, they have a very kind of just like janky. They run like Jack from Jack and Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
You know how he had that really like solid like kind of stomping shit that he went with. I mean, I'll see what it's like when it finally comes out. Will I buy it immediately? Probably not. I'll probably watch like a small portion of a playthrough, and then if I feel like it's cool, then yeah, fucking I'll do it.
Yeah.
I got you, Dan.
I feel
I
like
got you, Rand.
I feel
It
like
just seems
if
very like existential, and probably like it's gonna be empty.
probably it's probably just a lot of sucking, pretty much. Like that's all the game is. And like,
Can we go one episode without saying anything sexual?
oh yeah, we'll see about that. Unless it has some sort of interesting mechanic that like we haven't really seen before, because like the whole, like you mentioned, like Blinks, the Luigi's Mansion, like we've done games like this before.
Yeah.
So unless it's doing something unique, like this just looks like another clone to me.
Hmm.
It just looks like Naughty Dog's Luigi's Mansion. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it reminds me of.
Naughty
Luigi's
Dog's
Mansion.
Luigi Mansion. I just said that.
That's what he said.
I was reading something, so. But once you said that,
Buy
that's good.
SteamWorld.
Confirm.
Yeah.
Confirm. Dan doesn't listen to other Dan. This is true.
Yeah. All right.
They share one mind. That's why like you don't have that.
That's
we're
why he
gonna-
doesn't like end World Ends with You. He just doesn't want to say it.
Oh, no, I love that game. We're gonna go on
Do
to.
you?
I love
You
that
haven't
game.
played it.
I
So-
love that game. I'll never play it, but I love that game.
Have
Dude.
you
2 years from
um,
now, it's on my list. Don't worry.
Okay. So the next
I'm sorry,
game,
Dan,
I
can
hope you
take, like,
guys.
5 seconds to gush real quick. I'll take my shot
Gush.
right now. Just
Five,
Jesus Christ, guys.
4.
so 1, they open Kingdom Hearts. 2, the final boss is literally Xemnas. Like
Wait,
the era is
I'm-
the same thing.
I'm gonna go make another drink. 'cause
What do you
this
mean they
one's about
open?
to
What do
take,
you mean they
like,
open
7
Kingdom
Okay,
Hearts?
no.
I'm not
we're-
going to say anything else.
No,
but like
that's it.
all I'll
No,
say.
no questions. No, we're not doing that. All right, we're going on. Dolmen. Dolmen is the next game trailer that they showed on Gamescom. This was like a third-person action hack and slash type of game. Kind of had a vibe of like a hack and slash version of a Dead Space, I guess it is, and it kind of has the same mechanics in a sense where you're chopping off limbs on enemies and stuff like that. Like you're targeting certain limbs and things on the enemies, and it kind of affects them in certain ways.
He did it in, he did it in Dead Space too. The legs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So my impressions on that game was interesting. I think that I always thought that mechanic was pretty fun, and they don't do enough of that, I think. And Dead Space done it really well. But at the same time, like Dead Space, you didn't really have to do it. Like you didn't have to like chop off the limbs. You can still kind of just bullet sponge them, and they'll still eventually die, and you still had enough bullets at the end of the day.
Yeah,
so you
but
didn't
the
have
thing
to
is,
do
that
it.
it's like
It does
it was
help.
more efficient.
It helps. Yes. Yeah, exactly. It was more efficient to kill them, like to hit the limbs and stuff like that, but it wasn't a necessary thing. So this game kind of puts more focus onto it. It seems like it anyways, from based on the gameplay. There's also like a
I
12-minute
haven't seen-
gameplay
Oh, is it
on
gameplay
YouTube
on
as
it?
well.
Man,
Yeah,
I see
there's
that.
actual gameplay. Like on Gamescom, they only released a trailer for it, so it wasn't too
Yeah.
much of it. So you can see actual gameplay on YouTube, and it looks
Alright.
okay. It looks a
I'll-
little
I'll-
janky, Dead
Very nice,
Space-ish,
actually.
but of course it's still just a trailer. The game hasn't come out yet, so they can always fix those things. Mechanics look cool though. Kevin,
I was watching the trailer and I had to watch the trailer like, I'm not gonna lie, 3 times because the guy with the sword at the end, I kept thinking that was what the fuck is that? Dark Side. I was looking at him like, why the fuck is he in this game?
Oh,
I was like, why? I was like, why is he in this game? It looks cool. I like you said earlier, the animation looks janky, and I was like, I wasn't really a big fan of Dead Space, but
what?
I don't. Yeah, I wasn't because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fucking pussy. So
Play the third one and just like
nah, that
Thinking-
game is.
no.
I heard
the
that
third one's ass. The third one's absolute ass. So play
Yeah.
the third one and then go back to the first and the second, and you'll like be totally fine. I can
No.
guarantee you.
Now for me
Oh,
now,
so you're saying the
I'm
third
used
one
to-
to desensitize them a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh no, for sure. Because the thing is that it's like you're gonna go into the whole thing as in like, oh, I played 3. This shit goofy, and the things that are supposed to genuinely scare you will scare you.
Yeah.
Whereas fighting the monsters, you're gonna be like, all right, and like.
yeah. I was watching
Or if
somebody.
anything, the good middle line is 2, because 2 got more action oriented. Well, it
Mm.
still like maintained the horror from 1, but it wasn't like Lost Planet, like the spinoff or whatever. Fuck.
I feel
Yeah.
no, Lost Planet is a spinoff.
No. I'm saying Lost Planet, the spinoff, like as in like Dead Space 3 was Lost
Dead
Planet.
Space
It was
3
not
was
a Dead
pretty
Space
much
game.
a Lost Planet game.
Oh yeah, that shit was
Yeah.
awful. I'll try it. Like if it's like scary, I'll try it. But if it's like another like
And you will
clone of
stream
another-
it, sir.
if I can run that on my PC or PlayStation, I definitely got you.
'Cause I want to see you
I'm
scared out of
actually
your
in the
mind.
midst of playing Dead Space 2. I could probably restart that. I'm only like 3 hours in.
Oh, so
Ah,
this is
I'll
your gonna
definitely
be your
watch it.
first stream, huh?
It might be.
I'm
Mhm.
gonna creep up on your stream like, where's the camera? I want to see your face.
The only
Talk
thing is
to
that
me.
I would be like streaming late night, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
Danny,
like the only petty
Danny,
part.
your thoughts on Dolman?
Not
Oh man.
nothing I said, and then I have to see the gameplay trailer to really fully get
Oh.
a. I hate fucking center trailers to grasp some, try to get a good idea. To me, you have to
Yeah.
see the gameplay, so
Yeah.
I would have to look at that up.
Oh man.
I'll say this right now. So the cinematic trailer reminded me of the trailer for Metroid Dread, which no. But here's the thing that it's a good thing, but then I'll explain it first. So the trailer reminded me of Dread, where Dread was like interesting because it showed you like cutscenes that were also in-game graphics. So when they
Mhm.
introduced the bosses, Danny's gone right now. When they introduced the bosses, it oh no, that's weird. When Danny phases on my thing, I phase on the stream.
Yeah, it's
Anyways.
probably the website. It'll come back.
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh.
Well, I'll come back, but I'll still talk. Fucking so with Dread, when they showed like that weird boss or whatever the fuck, it was a transition from an in-game cutscene, and then it just like shifted outwards, and you see everything going like side scrolling again. That's fine. Dolmen, I thought it was gonna kind of be like this a similar thing, if anything, because everything was moving super smooth in the trailer. But now that I'm seeing the actual thing, it just looks like a really early build of Warframe.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that.
And the thing is, it's like I was into Warframe for about like 2 weeks when it came out, and then I tried to play it again like years later.
I
and
only
it
see
just
Randy.
couldn't fucking get me.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Because
Well,
dance.
I mean,
fucking
on the
let
bright
us-
side, the stream is still like showing all of us.
Hey.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I can't say I'm too excited for this. Something tells me that they were trying to make a Dark Souls what's that
That's
PS5
what they call.
game?
They called it a Dark Souls
A
like game,
Souls-like,
right?
yeah.
They call
But
it.
what's that PS5 game that came out with the space lady? That she
Mhm.
keeps Returnal.
Eternal.
Yeah.
Is that a space lady?
I
Space lady.
fucking I don't have a PS5. I don't know the game. It's fine.
The lady that's in space, duh.
Of course. But
You
no,
know-
it's like a more Souls-like Returnal as opposed to
Yeah.
the whole roguelike
Mhm.
thing. So
with space astronauts.
the
with
space
space
Astronauts,
ships.
yeah.
Space
I don't know.
astronauts.
I'm not personally too interested in it. It's just Warframe with Dead Space with Returnal with jank graphics. That's it.
Well, I'm hoping the jankiness clears up. We'll see what goes with that.
Oh no, here's hoping. If it does, then
yeah.
it probably could be something really interesting. But as of right now, like I don't want to play something that runs on 60 frames but moves like 15 frames. Like that's
Yeah.
stupid.
So
That's been like a motto for games. Being
The
able
next-
to run on 60 frames, but like when you do it, it's like this looks like shit though. So
the
what's
next
the point of
game,
other graphics mode?
I thought Randy and maybe even Kevin would really like.
Cult of Lamb?
It seems like
Yeah,
more
it's-
up your alley. Cult of Lamb. So
Oh,
this
okay.
this
Oh, yeah.
gave me the biggest Binding of Isaac vibes, like the art style and everything, and kind
Mhm.
of like the if you guys could correct me on this, it seems like a roguelike, just like Binding of Isaac is.
It is.
With a little
Mm.
bit of like
Mhm.
build your own town on top of that, so you can build your town and
Yeah.
make it grow and stuff. So it's like this looked really cool. Actually, it's very cartoony, very cutesy, but very like demonic at the same time.
So 3 things. Binding of Isaac in the sense of being a roguelite. What is it? Also with what the hell's the name? It's another fucking I'll remember the name at some point. But also something with it reminds me a little bit of Animal Crossing because like you have the villagers and shit.
Right.
Oh, Don't Starve. Don't Starve is the other
Don't
one I was thinking
Starve.
of because
Okay.
of like because of like the animation.
It had the
behind
survival
like,
elements too. Yeah.
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 It's the survival elements, but also the way that like all the characters and everything is laid out. Like it's Binding of Isaac to the degree of the cutesiness, and also Don't Starve in the sense that everything is on the kind of same plane where it's a 3D floor, but everything is 2D on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that it's a kind of for me, I feel like it's a Binding of Isaac clone for sure, because Binding of Isaac was very like kind of poke fun at religion kind of game.
Mhm.
And the Cult of the Lamb thing, I'm pretty sure you're poking fun at the Lamb of God.
Mhm.
So with that, it's just going to be like a kind of taking the piss out of Christianity kind of thing, which is what Binding of Isaac already fucking did.
Yeah.
So it seems interesting. I may or may not check it out.
I think you will. I think you will.
The thing is that it's like even
You
to
gotta
this
cave in.
day, I'm still playing. No. Because the thing is that even now, I'm still playing The Binding of Isaac. I played it from vanilla. I played it to the Switch port, and they actually came out with another thing recently that I've yet to buy, but did definitely catch my it piqued my interest. So I might actually end up doing that, and I'll probably be like playing that for the next 3 or 4 fucking years before I get into Cult of the Lamb. Like, unless
Are
they
you-
come out with like really good fucking DLC that keeps on adding shit, I don't think I'd be interested. But that's just
Kevin,
me.
what do you think?
It's good. It's good.
I thought that was your drink. That's your mic.
Nah. So I like I fell in love with the I fell in love with the animation. Like it was the trailer alone that had me like giggling, and it was when they like did everything that they did, and then they start burying like dead civilians. I was like, my God, this game is fucking dark, and I love it. Like, well, I was like writing things like to remember and like to talk about on stream. Like that, I went from it's mid to this is a 3D slash 2D game that I'm already in love with.
Yeah,
And I
like
was
2.5D, like some
Yeah.
old ass
Yeah.
fucking 3D realm shit.
yeah, and I fell in love instantly. And like it changed my whole impression on the game and everything, how dark it was. Like when he got his fucking sword, I was like, oh, kill
The
those
little crowd.
fucking yeah, the little crowd. I was like, kill him, your lamb, you deserve it. And I was like, oh man, I'm not going back. I enjoyed it. I can't wait for the game to come out. I'll definitely play that. Definitely. That the fuck? But yeah,
Cult of Lamb. So,
It's the Lamb.
Danny.
I don't care about it. So you can skip me.
Whoa.
Okay, moving on.
I really don't like those type of games, so it's not my.
Really?
Yeah, you're boring. He doesn't like
That's a Nintendo
he doesn't
Switch
like
game.
he doesn't
Next.
like the eclectic
Nintendo Switch.
how do you
Yeah,
wanna
Some
Wait.
shit I
say?
could play on my phone.
Out there
Got
type
it.
of games. Unique games.
Dan,
So-
I'm one drink away from becoming violent, Kevin.
So
Just
so the
remember
next
that.
game
To be fair, though,
we
it's like-
got is Vampire Masquerade Blood Hunt. So this is Vampire
Oh.
Masquerade series, but this is a battle royale game. Which kind of put me off when I heard that it was a battle royale game, but based off of if you could do the things you could do in this trailer, which by the way was not gameplay, but if you could do the things you could do in this trailer, I think this would be fucking awesome. Because I'm not crazy about battle royales, just mostly because it's just a typical like kind of like in a sense a tactical shooter. You know, you're a third person and you're just shooting guns, which is why like what was it called, Randy? Spellbound or Spellbreak or something?
Spellbreak.
That kind of intrigued me for a bit because of the concept of just using spells and magic. And this is
First
why
off, that game is actually really fucking good.
this is why also I was intrigued with the Final Fantasy battle royale game too, which whenever that comes out on the mobile phones,
Are we
because
playing
it's
that, by the way?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
try.
You
it,
don't
yeah.
wanna play. You keep saying you'll play all
But,
this shit, but you don't play anything. So
But
No. I mean, like, no. Because the thing is that first, okay, so I'm pretty sure with Danny, it's based on like what the fuck franchise it is, and I feel like he definitely would want to play this shit, especially if it's like all of us.
yeah,
Nudge, wink, wink.
yeah, it just intrigues me because like it's not just you shooting guns in the Final Fantasy game we're talking about, but you're using magic and materia and summons and doing these things like
Yeah,
that.
because
So
the arrow materia launches you
Yeah.
upwards, so you use it for platforming.
Yeah.
Like it's really good what they want to do. It's just that I don't like the concept of
Of
a
it being a
Fortnite
mobile
Final
game.
Fantasy
Can I
and a mobile
build?
game. That's fine.
so
Yeah,
so with Vampire Masquerade, they show it a lot of like wall running. Of course, we've seen it before, but they use a lot of these powers to their advantage to kind of like traverse around the area and to kind of manipulate certain things to kill their prey. And it seems like every class has got like these unique powers and weapons, and it looks really cool. So, what were your impressions on that, Kevin?
I think I can explain that in one photo. Hold on.
What?
No,
No.
Nah.
What?
That's good.
Like the
Why?
animation was so janky that it confused the fuck out of me the entire time. I was like, "What am I looking at?" It was very strange when I started watching it, and then I rewatched it and I felt the same. So, till they fix that, I'm okay. I'm legit okay.
Well, you're judging what the game would be like just because of a CGI trailer, though?
No, not the CGI trailer. Wasn't there gameplay afterwards that they were showing?
Yeah, they showed off gameplay after.
Yeah, they showed off gameplay and it looked the
Well,
animation was
again though. Well, why are you judging a jankiness off of a trailer? Like, you
Not
do
trailer,
know they're
showed
gonna.
gameplay.
you
They
do
showed
know-
no.
gameplay.
They showed the gameplay of it.
No,
It
no,
wasn't
no,
just
no. I get that. I get that. Like it, like just I mentioned. I don't remember what game we were talking about just now, but just what I mentioned before about it was a Dolman. Like the jankiness of that gameplay.
How much have you drank?
No,
Oh.
I'm trying to remember the game it was, but like Dolman, like the jankiness of that gameplay. I'm not gonna judge the jankiness of that gameplay because this is still an early build of the games. So I try not to judge it over that. I'm gonna judge it over what the game has the potential to offer, which is the game mechanics, the gameplay loop, just how the game is gonna play itself.
it
So
is
like
a rope.
you shouldn't
what type
you
of
shouldn't
game
let that like put you off
But
of what the game could actually offer.
But it wasn't just that. What type of game is it?
A battle royale. So you don't
Exactly.
that's
I
what
don't
you don't
like-
want to even
yeah.
try. Even
I
with
wouldn't
the potential to be like this badass vampire.
I've played Fortnite. I've played Apex Legend. I've played
All
PUBG.
shooters.
I've played PUBG. This is and what is this?
This technically no. This actually isn't a shooter. If you've seen anything
This is a
for
shooter.
Vampire the Masquerade,
Oh, okay.
it's a fucking interesting ass game.
Yes.
Okay. the
Vampire
Vampire
Masquerade franchise
right?
is really interesting.
Really-
Yeah.
Yeah, but-
honestly, like to put it this way, if you're into the Anne Rice novels, this game is essentially your fucking wet dream. Like
Again, I can
The
refer
Nazi
so
to
girl?
goddamn good.
I can refer to the picture. Nah.
Also,
like
to to put my 2 cents in, I'm buying the collector's edition because it comes with the statue of the chick with the pierced lip, and I like
Oh boy.
it's because she's blonde. We know.
because
I go
vampire
first,
lady.
like,
That's it.
fucking doll.
Sure.
Vampire lady, dude. Fucking Lady D. Now Elif, or however the fuck like you pronounce her name. Just please.
Listen,
I'm gonna get
listen,
another
it-
drink.
listen, it being a battle royale and like it wasn't just the animation. The animation was just like, okay, whatever. Every game is like that. But it being a battle royale immediately turned me off because it's that type of game is so saturated that I'm just like I'm over it already. You know what I mean? Like I'm getting so burnt out over it. And if I want to play a battle royale, I'll play Apex, I'll play PUBG, I'll play whatever. But I don't want to play another game of something else that I can just play and it could either be better or worse depending on the day or the mood. I'm
Exactly.
feeling.
Could be better or worse.
I'm
What
with,
if it is
I'm
better?
with Kevin. I'm with Kevin. I don't feel like playing a fucking battle royale so I can play a game for 2 minutes and die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's,
I don't wanna
especially
get
a game
shot
like,
by
especially a
Paxton,
game
bro.
like this, but you want to get shot from behind or get fucking blown up.
So
on,
now
or
you're
smacked up
judging
on,
the
or
so
fucking-
now you're judging the game because you can't play it
yeah, a game I can't play.
because
It's
you
not a
don't
good
put
game.
enough time into it.
It's you have to put a lot of fucking battle royals. You have to have a lot of time to be able to perfect.
I'm sorry, I barely pay Apex and the Legends, and I'm still able to jump on that game and win.
Everybody could do that. That's like saying you could jump on
Anybody
and
could-
So then
and-
there's
and
nothing
you
to
could-
complain about.
I've
No,
jumped
my-
on it. I've jumped on it and won a game by mistake, and I didn't know what I was doing. I've done that too, but I still don't have fun. There's a difference between having fun and enjoying those games the way we do Final Fantasy or any RPG game, whatever. Those are types of games that some people who play battle royale games could never play. They can never put together a straight up JRPG game because they won't
But
get
you
it.
don't.
It's
But
the
you're
same
not the
aspect there.
type who just plays JRPGs. You're a diverse player.
Everybody has. You don't play soccer games. You don't play.
I
You
don't
don't
play
play
what?
football games. You don't play sports games. You don't play football, soccer, whatever it is.
I don't enjoy
because
the
that's just-
sport though. I would still play the game if I'm playing with somebody else, whether I win or lose.
But you would never play that game. You only play
Not
if
by
somebody else
myself.
said here. Exactly. That's what I'm saying because that's not your type of game. At the end of the day, that's not your type. But someone like Adam loves those type of things, but he might not like. But he doesn't play any RPG games. Everybody has their niche of what they don't like, you know. And for me, very much so, I do not get the idea of battle royals. I never have and never will. And to that point, even Call of Duty, regular old Call of Duties, was a stretch for me.
Yeah,
I
but
got it, I liked it, but it was still a
you,
stretch
you
where
guys
it's
are
like,
still you guys are
fuck,
still
you kept dying.
comparing old school shooter like shooter games and shooting battle
Yes,
royale
but I just
games.
said, but I
We're
was just
talking
stating
about
that,
the supernatural stuff. We're talking about something
and
more
I
out of the box, and you guys still wouldn't give it a
understand that.
chance.
No,
No,
because at the end of the day, it's still gonna have the same basis of fucking 20, 30 people, whatever the fuck it is, trying to fight each other, and you getting sniped from half the fucking place. Or in this case, because again it is
What if
supernatural.
there's no snipers?
Yes, it might be. Yeah, it'll be gonna be worse. It's gonna be fucking vampires popping out of nowhere, fucking assassinating.
you get
They-
a
That's
so
zombie.
that's
even
just
better,
it-
dude. Fucking a vampire comes out of nowhere, gives you the suck.
I love how he's trying to make
Again,
excuses
would
for a
look
game he knows
cool.
nothing about.
It would
Listen,
look.
again,
It
He's
would
talking
look
about,
cool. Like,
oh, they're gonna snipe me from far away. What if they don't have
I don't
snipers?
know.
Oh no, I'm gonna get jumped by vampires.
My-
Okay, what if they're
my-
not?
But
What
it-
if they're werewolves?
my thing
Okay,
is,
but it
I
doesn't
think
matter.
that
At the end of the day, it's something. It's all going to be the same formula. It's all, whether they want to call it a sniper or call it a fucking vampire guy come out of nowhere, it's still the same concept because that's what they always follow the formulas, and they're gonna continue following those formulas because battle royals is the thing right now. People like battle royals,
No,
and
that
we're gonna
okay,
see
no.
it.
Battle
You know
Royale
what
Same
I'm
is the
thing.
saying,
You
but
thing.
that's kind
play
of
you
bullshit
play
because the
Grand
thing
Theft
is,
Auto. You play Grand Theft Auto and Grand Theft Auto Saints Row, Watchdog. They all have the same premise. You know, they all kind of feel the same. Red Dead Redemption, even though they're Red Dead Redemption and Watchdog are two fucking different, completely different games, they still follow the same motto. And I don't care for the battle royale at all. I can play a Red Dead Redemption for a little bit. I can play it for a while, have fun, and get it. I can't do a battle royale game at all. I tried every single one of them. Every single battle royale game there's been, I have played. I played Apex. I played the Hunt game. I played, and I played for a while. I'm like, I just don't get this. I can't do it.
did you play Spellbreakers?
Yes,
And
I
no,
love
but you can
fucking.
tell that it's like that. That's very different from your traditional shit. Yes,
I loved.
they
I
have their
love.
own like kind of things with the spells, but there is no sniper class. There is no fucking sniper weapon or the
But
case.
even
It's
that game
basically
was still the
But-
same concept of
no,
you
but,
getting
but the
in
thing
there
is that
and just
no,
dying
okay,
instantly
yeah,
because you
and
don't
that's fine.
can't
But
quite get
also,
into it. You have to
but
like.
the thing is, that it's like you have to find your right combination of spells in order to do
Ex-
shit. If you have a
yes.
poison mist and you like light it on fire, that's fine. If you see something that's ice, you melt it with your fire. There's so many different things. You could have a wall of flames, you throw a boulder through it, now
Mhm.
suddenly it's a fucking meteor, right? There's more
Yeah.
diversity in that battle royale than most,
Mhm.
but for
But at the end of the day, it still has almost the same feel. If
but the
you're
thing, no,
flying
no,
down there, you
it
jump there, you try to
doesn't.
collect your boulder because you're trying to collect your, and you fucking die. You get pissed off, start over. It's not fun for me.
Well, maybe that too. But for Vampire Masquerade, like that game was
That's a great example.
way too
yeah.
fucking in depth for an RPG, even for its time. Like when it first came out, it was really fucking weird. They had a kind of hidden difficulty system where if like you decided to go with like the Nosferatu fucking class, immediately everyone fucking hated you, so it made it way harder. You were trying to live as a vampire, you tried to make your way to the top and hone all your fucking skills, but even then, it was more of a kind of, I would say, Second Life kind of RPG, if anything.
Yeah, I could see it being like Second Life. I'd actually would compare it to like a supernatural Deus Ex.
Yeah,
But that's
because it's a lot of talking. There's more talking than there is combat. Because the combat sucked. The combat was fucking horrid. I'm not
Mhm.
even gonna deny that. It was shit. But it's because combat wasn't the main thing. Your vampire wasn't supposed to fight anybody. Your vampire was supposed to charm everyone, convince them to do what the fuck like you wanted them to do. And if not, all right, cool. You kill from the shadows. You make sure that you manipulate whatever the fuck you can, and that was it. You're not there to actually battle.
Okay.
So if anything, it's gonna be a more combat based thing. So they're gonna try to fix what they could while maintaining some of the abilities from the first game.
Okay, so Kevin, I thought Kevin's got another thought, and then I'm gonna finish this up.
Yeah, by all means,
Did you have
nah,
another thought?
yeah. It. My opinion is not going to change. It's just another
Yeah.
battle royale.
Yeah.
Like even if the story is amazing, I would love it for the story. But it's coming in as like if it was a different style of game or a different type of game, I would have enjoyed it and I actually would have played it. But if it's just like another, like even if it could be like the most nuanced, have the most diverse battle royale game, because the title that follows it is going to just be like, all right, I can play something else and it's the same. I can fucking play if I want to play a universal battle royale, I could literally play Fall Guys. There is no killing. I'm just beating somebody in a race. That's
All
it.
right.
I could do.
So
Well, that's
my
not
counter
that's
to
not a
that-
battle
no,
royale.
My counter to that,
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
it's a kids battle royale. But my
But
counter
that's-
to
I
what
wouldn't
you're
even
saying-
call
no,
it
no,
that.
My counter to what you're saying is that if you don't want to play this version of it, by all means, you don't have to. Just get the old fucking version. Get the first game. Play that.
That-
That's
Yeah.
totally
That's
fine.
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. I would rather play the old
Yeah,
ones than play
so-
the
No, so,
so-
by all means, fucking do it and get into the story. And if you see the abilities that you like, and if they're still in the second game, try them out to see what it would be in a PvP environment.
to
Because-
wrap that up, yeah, to Randy's point, like try out the Vampire Masquerades, or for anybody who know the Masquerade series, you know how unique the game was, so they should give this game a chance because of how unique it may offer a new genre. If it's not your thing, I still think you should at least give it a chance because it is going to be something different, just like
Mhm.
Spellbreak was. But I mean,
Fortnite was.
so
Also, what's funny though is that, sorry to like kind of go back to this, but when you said Deus Ex, I never thought of it as a Deus Ex game.
yeah.
So like, if you like vampires and you like Deus Ex, fucking dude,
Yeah,
it's
play
it's up your
the
alley.
Masquerade series. So,
Yeah.
all right, the next game we're going to talk about is the Outlast Trials. So this is the sequel to the next Outlast game, the series Outlast 1 and 2. So it's first person's like survival horror, not really much shooting or anything involved. It's more of a stealth game, trying to avoid people, trying to avoid enemies. With like your camcorder and night vision and stuff. I don't think I saw it in this trailer if you're actually using night vision
Any
and
night
things like
vision
that.
shit.
You
But,
have something. You have something on your face.
Yeah,
that's it.
I don't because they
Nostalgia.
did a lot of third person view stuff, so it's kind of like hard to
Yeah.
tell what the gameplay actually was. And the thing that sticks out to me in this game is that it's going to be co-op, so you're going to be able to get scared shitless with your friend. So, what'd you think, Danny?
I thought exactly that. As you can get scared shit with your friends, it's gonna be interesting. On that front, I thought it looked great. I thought it had a great creepy feel. I would love to say I want to play this, but I know
But you're not.
me. I'm never gonna play it. I don't play scary games anymore.
Yeah,
Fuck that. Because that game looked like it would definitely scare the shit out of him. I showed my kid the trailer, and
How old are they?
parent of the year.
how old is he now?
2.
Start him young.
Desensitize
That
him
was
young.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh, he goes, he's gonna have nightmares. Stop that. No, maybe.
My fucking nephew's 2, and I show him Square Enix games. That's like about it.
Kevin, you said you're not good with horror games either, so I guess
Nah,
your
I would.
response.
My thing is, I recently started going through horror games that I was playing, and like I beaten Resident Evil 8, and that shit it's not super scary, but it scared the shit out of me enough times.
Yeah, that's so
7,
scary. Yeah.
that one
Wait,
scared
8?
me. Yeah, 8. Yeah,
The last one, right?
yeah, I'm
Okay.
fucking. I'm terrified
Village,
of those
right?
games. Yeah, I'm
Oh, yeah.
terrified of. I'm
I
terrified of
turned that
first-person
shit
games.
off. I agree. I turned that shit off.
No, I beat
never
the
went
game.
back.
I beat it, and then I
Fuck
was
that.
like, that's my level of scary. But I've played
Hey,
Resident
you's a
Evil.
bitch.
Oh, of course
Nah,
I'm a bitch.
yo,
Nah.
I'm really good with horror games, and that fucking scene with the baby, I literally, as soon as I saw that
Yeah.
shit, I hid in the
Yeah,
locker, I paused my game, and I just said, I need to take a break.
All
I,
right,
Yeah.
to
I,
be fair-
I
no, to
put
be
my
fair-
I put my
to be fair,
system
the
to sleep, and I
fetus-
walked away for a bit.
I turned it off and
The
I turned it
fetus
back
is
on.
definitely like understandable to like stop, but I mean like
Bro.
overall the game itself, like
Nah, it's
there's
not that
only one part.
scary. The fetus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Oh my
Yeah, no,
god, was that
that's what I'm
scary.
saying. Yeah, that
And even then, like when it comes to Lady's Castle, you should be like, it's incentive to look for her. Like, come on.
No, you want to
First
look
of all,
for
you just want to look for her.
her.
Let's be honest.
I mean,
You have to get his arm cut off and be like, "Hold on, just give me a minute." Just like
Yeah.
slowly puts it on and stares.
that big lady.
But nah, I actually wanted to play this. Once I saw that it was a co-op. Like, is it going to be? I'm gonna ask just to ask. Is it going to be like multiplayer, like 4 people, or is it just going to be 2 people playing?
Honestly,
like there's
even if
more
it's
than
2
two.
people, that seems like it's fine.
Yeah,
I
two-
think 2 would be fine, but it looked like there was more.
Yeah. So
If
I
there's
would.
more, then by all means, the more the merrier.
Oh my god, yeah. Because if it's like
That'd be
4
really
people running,
interesting.
running
I didn't
around.
realize it multiplayer. I didn't see that. But
Mhm.
that's awesome. I think that's really good.
If they if
That's such a unique
We can all
concept
get
to do something like that from
shirtless.
that.
yeah, exactly. That's why I was looking at it. I was like, fuck it, I was
No,
like, I'm
because you
scared of
fucking
this
put
shit.
that shit on Twitch and then it'll be in the background me going like, nah, fuck that.
I don't wanna
No, I'm not going in there. Fuck that.
Like I hope it's like one of those like you're with somebody, but you can also use your teammate to like you could
What, as a
sacrifice your
human
teammate.
shield? Fuck you.
Yeah, that'd be
Wow.
fun.
All right, so we know what Kevin's doing.
Yeah,
We're
right.
putting him in
Tripping
the
at
front.
everybody.
Never run with Kevin. Kevin's struggling.
Kevin's
Kevin
the
trip
one.
everyone.
Kevin's the one who'll stay in the van in Phasmophobia.
Nah, I love fighting in the ghost. That's my favorite thing.
Oh, all right, never mind. I was gonna say like what W Word as it said. They said you could create weapons, but apparently it's only solo. So that's actually kind
Mm.
of that's not that bad because it's
Mhm.
like if you don't have your friends, like okay, having your friends is kind of a handicap. Not having your friends, you're totally fucking fine. So if you could actually do certain things on your own as opposed to like with everyone, because imagine if they have a 4-person thing and we're all playing the game and then we all create weapons.
We OP as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
true.
We're unstoppable.
What I worry
The-
about the
The
co-op thing
enemies,
though.
they're gonna be like, nah,
Just
What
jump in.
I worry about the co-op thing
Nah.
though, because we don't know
I'll
how it's
beat
gonna
down.
be. We don't know how it's gonna be. What I worry about is it being too much like Dead by Daylight
Dead by
Like,
Daylight.
or like the
Yeah.
Jason game,
Friday
those
the
type of
13th.
things.
Friday the
Yeah,
13th.
like
Well,
I didn't
I
enjoy
fear
those
it being
games.
like I fear it being like remember that Resident Evil, the first ever Resident Evil online game?
Yeah, the one where we
Outbreak?
couldn't like
Operation
talk
Raccoon City.
talk to each
Yeah,
other
You
with
couldn't, yeah, you
mics.
couldn't play with anybody. Well, the fact that like I fear that the game, like the single player campaign, was going to be completely different from what the multiplayer was. So it's you kind of get this horrible,
Mm,
just difference. Like I don't really want to play the campaign that much because one or the other can do good. Either the multiplayer is going to be much better, like Splinter Cell, or um, you're not gonna like it at all because you're like I'd rather just play the campaign mode on my own because the
Yeah.
storyline's more interesting.
okay. All right. So we got another
wait,
one that
my opinion-
Kevin's gonna
my
enjoy
opinion-
this. You talking all about it. Oh my
Ah,
lord, guys.
This motherfucker.
All right, we're gonna move
Well,
on to the
fuck
next
you.
game. We're gonna move on to the
Wait,
next
wait,
game.
wait, 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 wait. One thing, I'm actually not looking forward to this one because it's like way more supernatural than the first one was. Because the first one only dealt with that towards the fucking end of the game. Everything else was just like a raw survival
Yeah.
in an asylum. So because everything seemed just like jacked up by like 10%, not even 10%, 10 times as like jacked up as it was before, something doesn't add
Feel
up
right.
to it. You know? Yeah, exactly. No, because it's like the first one, it's literally just psychos. Second, it's a cult. And now with this, it's just like, so this person has
Insane
all these
asylum.
augments to them.
Oh yeah.
This person, they're jacked up by a ghost. That person, they have something wrong with them, but at the same time, we're gonna make an excuse for it. So I don't like the fact that they're leaning super hard on supernatural as opposed to just one, which was an asylum.
Can I
Right.
just say? Can I tell you what this feels like? Yeah, I remember. It's not really a spoiler, but there's a boss in Resident Evil Village. The fucking propeller guy. Like everyone is. Yeah, that's what. When I saw this, I was like,
No,
ah.
yeah, essentially. And the thing is that I feel like they were like super inspired from Resident Evil 8 because that's like what's hot right now.
It was
Yeah.
too much bad.
But I mean, do what you got to do. I'm pretty sure that the multiplayer experience is going to be really fun
Mhm.
with the right people.
Sacrifice your friends, guys. Sacrifice your friends. Only
Yep.
one
Good
person.
guy.
Yeah. All right. So Kevin, I know you're gonna enjoy this one because we talked about it before the
Fuck.
show started.
I'm about to leave.
DokeV.
What's
DokeV
that?
looked fucking weird. So it's some weird ass
Look
looking
up. Did you see the trailer,
patch.
Randall, for DokeV?
For what?
DokeV.
DokeV?
DokeV.
AEV.
Look it up.
So
Look
I
at the
love
trailer real
how
quick.
prepared you are. Huh?
I know.
So
Can you play the trailer here?
no, I'm not gonna do that now. It takes setting up.
I'll look it up.
So there's some
Watch
weird ass
it together.
Cabbage Patch looking characters that you're playing as with like these guns and like you can skateboard around town and like GTA style, and yet like they have like this chibi type of look to them, but like the actual
Chibi.
the actual cities like look gorgeous. The graphics look
Like
amazing.
photorealistic.
Yeah, and like even the characters themselves, like the way they move around and skateboarding around town and stuff is very fluid, like really well done animation. I don't know what the
bicycles.
I don't know what the fuck this game is. Like
Yo,
it looks like an
said
action
it's an MMO.
shooter. It looks like it looks
an
like a
MMO.
social thing. It looks
No,
like
they said
a
it. They said it's an MMO.
skateboarder. It's fucking weird. It's an MMO. So yeah, it is.
Second Life meets PlayStation Home meets Sunset Overdrive.
oh my god.
Yeah,
Cute
I
and
got that
creepy at the
Sunset
same
Overdrive.
time.
It's something else. I don't know. I'm watching the trailer as we speak. Right? Wait, did she just transform?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
felt
And
This
the
game-
enemies, you fighting these
Oh
my
weird
God,
enemies.
this game looks fun. And they said it had like a Pokemon-esque feel or something.
Get the fuck out of here.
I think. that
Oh,
game-
the guns look so cute. Confetti rocket. Okay,
I'm out. I
you
forgot
have a
tomorrow.
little bouncy thing.
I see. I knew one of y'all gonna like this.
I don't
Oh,
hate.
this
I
is
don't.
adorable. Wait,
I
wait, wait.
I don't hate the game. I don't hate the game. I just hate that they look like They look like babies, And
With
I already
huge
had
heads.
with big ass fucking head. Like I love the longboard section. I was like, oh my god. I was like, I was
Yeah.
already in love.
No,
Just getting
okay,
everything.
who's playing this with me, please?
I'll play, but
I'm playing with you.
First of all,
I
I'll play
gotta-
solo even, but like
gotta-
this is really cute.
I gotta put a fucking a hat. I mean, a fucking mask or something on. Give me like a pug or something, please,
I thought the game
Oh, you
looked
can
adorable.
rollerblade.
Yeah.
bro. Like, there's a lot.
This the terrain of how you get around looks really fun.
No, that's
right.
fucking cool. That's cool.
The atmosphere, what they have, the cityscape is looking like a real accurate city.
Uh-huh.
You know, looks phenomenal. And doing all this stuff in a completely different world because I'm playing so many MMOs are just like this sci-fi-ish.
Randy looks
Crazy
like a
fucking-
child watching his favorite TV
This
show
is
right
so
now.
cute. I love this.
In the words of Randy, this is so cute. I mean, this is so tasty. It looks so good.
Dude, first off, there's nothing wrong with anything being cute as shit. Like,
No, I'm
This,
not.
this
knocking
game
that.
is beyond cute. This
That-
fucking
That
game.
game. That game is giving
horrible.
me
It had a
diabetes.
heart
This
cannon.
game is diabetic.
It's so sweet. The little parasol with the boost. Oh,
Yeah. And the combat looks
I mean, you
interesting
can-
though. Like it looks weird, but it looks interesting. Like I don't know
Yeah.
how this is
Wait,
gonna work.
this is wave racer as shit. That you're on like a little fucking.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
tiny car.
Yep.
By the way, you're getting a live reaction right now. Like, as I'm watching
Yeah,
this shit.
clearly.
Confetti cannon out of a hat. What is that? What the fuck is that?
All right, so there's DokeV. Who else had anything to say about it?
I want it.
I
Dude,
think that game's gonna be awesome.
I freaking need this.
I think it's gonna be a fun
Oh
game.
my
I think it's a good
God.
unique version. They kind of
Aardvark even.
we're all
Mhm.
gonna be playing. So fuck Final Fantasy. We're gonna be playing
No, what
DokeV.
are these Pokemon ass things? You know, 14 lost me. I probably can't get back into my account, but fuck it. I'm okay.
We out here gonna be playing Dokkan. Hell yeah. Riding a bike and shit. Like, yo, Randy, I'm about to pull up on you
I'm
right quick. in this.
rollerblading everywhere.
I'm longboarding everywhere. Yo, this game is.
That is so cute. I'm
Yeah.
all
All
over
right.
this
So
shit.
Randy approves, Kevin approves, Danny approves.
Dude,
What about you,
fucking
Danny? What
three
do you think of
thumbs
it?
I'm iffy about it, but if y'all playing it up, I'll play it.
Yo, so you trying to tell me you're not trying to be a K-pop star right now, bro? with the
No,
transformation?
not really.
Let's go, baby.
I don't enjoy like QT aspect of like games like that. Really,
I don't
but-
either. But something about this game just looks.
It-
the
worth
combat.
something.
The combat looks is the most appealing part to me, which is why I would
'Cause it
be
looks-
willing to
yeah.
try it. Yeah.
Danny,
To me, it looks super unique.
Yeah,
how the fuck you gonna be so cute to yourself but not be into cutie shit?
bro. Damn. Exposed 4K. Boom.
It's like
Okay,
taking
Clyde.
it's taking itself not serious but super serious at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like it's really strange, and that's what
Yo,
I like about it.
So you're not gonna like
It's honestly, it looks fucking amazing. It's
fucking-
it's the
the fucking
it's
alpaca.
Maplestory with the Z axis.
Maple Story.
The fucking alpaca scene. I was like, come on. You gotta respect it. You gotta respect the
Yeah.
trim.
All right.
It's out here-
No, but seriously, though, it's just a fucking 3D Maplestory, and that's kind of why I like it.
So our final game that they announced in Gamescom that I thought we would talk about. There, so keep in mind again, there's a shit ton of other stuff that's been released today that we didn't get to talk about because there's a lot of videos we haven't seen yet. So maybe we'll save that for another episode, or maybe I'll just make some separate YouTube videos. We'll see. But the final one I really wanted to talk about, the best one, the best announcement in entire Gamescom is Bus Simulator 21.
Bus?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Good night. I'm leaving the stream early. Just
Which was
I had
actually
a
announced
vlog.
game, but I'm kidding.
I'm good.
Yo, how much is
Also,
that
it would be
DLC?
no. First off, it would be Bus Simulator 2022.
22, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're always ahead. The same, the wrestling games, basketball games, baseball games.
Actually,
It's always the year.
I want to
after.
talk
you're
about
about
it
to talk-
later. I want to talk about it later on a separate video about WWE 2K22 is actually going to come out in
23.
22. No, it's going to come out in 22
Oh yeah.
because it
The
got
year that
delayed.
it's supposed to do.
Yeah. No, but it's supposed
It
to
got
come out in
delayed.
21. Just like you said, most games will come out the year.
No, I mean the year it's supposed to like take after.
Yeah.
As in like
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
yeah.
coming out in 22. It got delayed, and WWE is not happy about it. So I wanted to talk about it. And their relationship
They
right
say-
now with
Um,
WWE is not very good.
Well, when you fire half the fucking roster and they have to constantly keep redoing the
That's
roster,
part of the
then-
problem.
yeah, they said they don't have. They said they have the world's most out of date, like the game's most out of date
Yeah.
roster right now, and
Yeah.
they're having to be everything. If you
So-
have any kind of storyline that has fucking somebody like Ray Bryant who should be a fucking main character, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
let's,
he
we're
was-
not
wasn't
talking.
gonna-
Let's not get into it too much right now. But I just,
a different episode.
I just want to ask you
different
guys
podcast,
out
wrestling
of
podcast.
yeah, right. I don't know. I don't think I'm that much of a fan of make a podcast of it, but that would be interesting.
No.
No, I don't like wrestling, so I'm good.
Yeah.
What's the WWE?
How you 12 and not
What's
like wrestling?
what's woo wee?
What's we?
All right. So for Gamescom in general, whether
No,
it
the
be
better question is how am I Mexican and I don't like wrestling?
Oh, there you go.
yeah, right, Lucha.
Ray
No,
Mysterio
actually,
should be the man.
To be entirely fucking fair, I don't like American wrestling, but lucha libre,
Oh my god, that
I'm
shit
more no, I'm more inclined
shit is
to
fucking
go into that than anything else.
But you don't keep
Am
up
I a
with
They're
it.
like
fan?
though.
AEW.
Definitely not.
Yeah,
No, I obviously I don't. keep
man,
up
you
with
should
it.
watch Lucha
but-
Underground.
Mhm.
What the fuck is that?
It's like
Lucha.
it's an independent luchador wrestling company.
Yeah.
Okay.
MTV produced it, and
Yeah.
so they give it more cinematic
No,
feel.
TDG produced it, right?
Yeah. All right. So before we finish up, I just wanted to get your thoughts on your favorite game trailers for Gamescom, whether it be anything we talked about or anything that we didn't talk about.
I already said DokeV. DokeV had, I saw that
DokeV.
game, and I was like, "This is."
Is that for everybody? Is that unanimous?
No. For me, it wasn't. I'm not even gonna do it. You know what? I'll save it for another time.
No, I'm agreeing with Sober Danny. It's
Do-
definitely DokeV.
Nah,
DokeV was first off, again, live reaction over here. I was gushing over that shit.
DokeV and Cult of the Lamb was my
Yeah.
two favorite.
Mm.
Yeah.
I understand Cult of the Lamb, but have you ever played Binding of Isaac?
No, you were telling me about it.
So the thing is that it's like honestly, genuinely 100%. If you were to play Binding, Cult of the Lamb would seem like just a fucking knockoff. That's the thing.
Of course.
Like I've been on top of that shit for literal years. Like what was it? I was in high school when it first came out. So
That was last year.
fuck
That's
off.
your-
Sick. About like 8 to 9 years, if anything. And Cult of the Lamb just seems like it's on the coattails of Binding, honestly.
Mm,
It wants to be that,
own thing.
but I don't feel like it can, because the thing is it's like, okay, Devolver first off is AAA indie, so they're not indie, but
Yeah.
they will not have their own kind of like individuality that Ed McMillan has, where he's from like the Newgrounds generation.
Mm-hmm.
Now Newgrounds, they have like their kind of own separate kind of thing, It's definitely a lot of poop jokes. That's totally fine. But it's just Newgrounds is Newgrounds. Anything after, it's not the same. Devolver is Devolver, but they're kind of like meat and potatoes, like their bread and butter. It's solely blood, gore, and pixels, right? They had Katana Zero, which is very bloody, not as much
Oh my
gory,
god,
but
that shit. That was my
yeah.
shit. That
All
was
right,
my
so
shit.
you like that. But they also had Mother Russia Bleeds, which is essentially Final Fight, Streets of Rage, Double Dragon, fucking any side-scrolling beat 'em up, but with more blood and a lot of gore, right?
I have Mother
Devolver,
Russia
they
Bleeds.
have their own fucking. You have it?
I think so.
We'll talk about that later. But either way, like Devolver has their own kind of thing because Hotline Miami was just blood, gore, and 8-bit. And I don't think that Call of the Lamb could actually do what the fuck Devolver wants to do.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no.
so
Because even
DokeV
though
is yours.
even though the
So DokeV
No,
is
no, no.
yours.
no, DokeV is definitely mine. The
Okay.
second that shit, if there's a pre-order, I'm doing that. The second it comes out, I'm buying it because that shit looks too goddamn cute not to fucking play. You could rollerblade everywhere. The combat, even if it's kind of jank, I'll admit, like I'll be on top of it because of how adorable it is.
Danny, was there
Randy,
anything else
Um,
for you aside from DokeV?
Me? No,
Yeah.
that was the best thing I saw on that thing. I mean, I'm
Right.
excited
no,
for the X
I
Men,
would
the
say that
Marvel game
yeah,
because I'm
I was gonna
curious.
say DokeV is first, Marvel Sun's is second.
Yeah, I'm
Marvel
just
Marvel
curious
would be
what it
my
is.
number
Right?
one, and then probably honestly, Vampire Masquerade is probably be
Oh, I
a,
thought you were
a
gonna say
second for me.
Okay, that's left.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no.
not to say
Masquerade
that
is
it's
third.
not to say that it's not bad or I'm interested in it, but I think my first two that I would buy and play is the Marvel game and Vampire Masquerade. Yeah, I would try those. All right, so we got everybody. Kevin, you got yours too, right? You did say DokeV.
Yeah, I got
That was yours still.
DokeV. No, mine
And
was
Cult of Lamb.
Cult of Lamb and DokeV.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. So we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys for joining us. If you guys want to check out the podcast in YouTube form, just go to TDG Gaming Podcast. You can also check out the website, thedrunkenguardian.com, for all the links to YouTube, Twitch, all the audio versions of the podcast. If you want to do it that way as well, you can listen to us that way. And I'll post it up usually a day or two after we finish the stream. And don't forget, you could always send us questions. You could always join in on the conversation in the chat. Just join us in Twitch live Thursdays, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time, every Thursday. That's pretty much it. Kevin, you got your streaming channel as well?
Yeah, of course I do, man. Hi, Boneless Bones here, back at it again with the streaming guys. The guys here. I have my own channel, Boneless Bones _TV on Twitch.tv. And I do fighting games. I do random games. Right now, I'm trying to finish the Lost Ruins. It is I would say Metroidvania kind of game, but it feels a lot like Dark Souls, the way that you have to worry about healing, rolling, and dodging and stuff. And I'd like to see you guys over there. So
You
stay
kind of
powerful,
be
stay fearful.
surprised. Like, there's a lot of games I want to do a Metroidvania, Dark Souls kind of shit. Like Ender Lilies was definitely like a
yeah.
good hybrid of both.
Yeah.
But then you also have Salt and Sanctuary that was more Dark Souls based as opposed to like Metroidvania. No, first off, Salt and Sanctuary was made by Scott Studios, which did fucking Dishwasher, so it's good and very unbalanced.
That's what I'm
No, yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm
Like
not gonna say it's a fair game.
no, it's not. With
No.
Lost Ruins, so there's a lot of realism in the game. Like if you use a lightning spell in water, you die. So I found that out by trying it out. So that's why I was like, I was enjoying it.
All right.
So it's a go ahead.
Yeah. Just say you got to say bye to everybody. Randy,
Bye.
Ragnarok, Sober Guardian, Danny. We'll see you
Peace.
guys next week.
Later, guys. Bye bye.